Hello everybody. My name is Nick. I'm happy to be with you today. We'll be together to learn a little bit about what's going on with virtual machines. What's a virtual machine? How to create one and how to manage one. I mean, to scale, for example. What's scaling a virtual machine is? General stuff about virtual machine in general today. So first, what's a virtual machine? A virtual machine, it's a machine. A machine means a computer. In general, when you learn about computers, you must know a computer name in general is machine. That's the name of computer. Virtual machine is a computer, but not a physical one. Not your PC near to you. That's a machine, that's a computer. A laptop in front of you, that's a computer. A computer has some specific values, of processing, storage, and so on. This is a computer. A virtual computer, to say like that, a virtual machine, basically it's a computer, but not physically. Virtually. Virtually means not, let's say, real. Not physically, not with hardware. It's just software emulated for you. Basically, someone asked me in the past, Nick, but a virtual machine don't have a physical machine at the end? Yes, have. Virtual machine, it's a computer inside of a general big computer. For example, into a server, You have a very big computer named server, for example. With big performance, a lot of processors there, CPUs, central processing units, a lot of memory, speed a lot, and so on. Storage, terabytes of data for storage there. And that kind of physical computer, you can split it, you can split the resources of that computer in multiple virtual machines. A virtual machine is a computer who use the resources from the physical computer, but you can manage that resources performance. You can scale. Scaling means to grow or not to grow, to update or downgrade. That means scaling. To do a better computer or a slower computer, a old computer, like an old computer. A virtual machine, basically, it's the software who emulate this for you, and the reaction of this software, it's exactly like a computer. It's exactly what a computer do in real life, to say like that, a physical machine. Exactly the same things. You can use and you can implement on that machine exactly like you implement on physical machine. For example, operating systems. You can install an operating system on your machine, on your virtual machine, exactly like you have an operating system installed on your computer, on your machine, a physical machine. A virtual machine have also equivalent of CPU. Central processing unit is the processor, who process all data, and have also storage like a hard drive. But also the hard drive, it's not real. It's just a part took it from the real hard drive and made for this virtual machine as a hard drive dedicated for that space of storage for that machine. I try to make a link between physical machines and virtual machines here. So that's why you must understand something. Virtual machines can be improved, to say like that. Let's say improved, scaled. Means if I have a virtual machine with a processor, with a CPU, just one core, just clicking settings, and I will have 2 cores. very easy, and start again, and you have 2 cores. It's not necessary to buy another processor, or to change the processor. You have an old type of CPU, change the CPU, put another one with 2 cores, dual core and stuff like that, and go again. And no, just click and have it. It's very easy. For example, memory, random access memory, RAM, random access memory, because ROM, it's read-only memory. It's the BIOS, actually. We will discuss about BIOS in other situation. Okay. So what we can do here, we can improve the performance of a virtual machine. Very easy. Just click, and that's it. You have other values for your performance, other performance on your virtual machine. So it's not necessary all the time to open the box, the PC, put memory there, or change the memory, change the processor, or whatever. No, you just click, settings, and that's it, nothing else. A virtual machine can be created, can be managed, and can be deleted, like a software, because it's a software. Can be created, and when you create a virtual machine, you must know what you want. It's exactly like you go to buy a computer. When you buy a PC, for example, you need to know what, at least in general, you need to know what you want. You want a computer for gaming, you want a computer for your office, you want a computer for networking, so as a server. What kind of computer you want, dedicated for that, dedicated for that. So in this case, the same, you need to have an image already in your mind, what kind of virtual machine you want. You want this kind of virtual machine, that kind of virtual machine. In general, virtual machines are very good. They build basically the cloud. It's in system. That system the name is cloud. When you say I have the data in cloud, it's there somewhere. In cloud means using the internet, you send data and store your data in some virtual machines, in some virtual storage, on some servers, physical machines, where are in some data centers. That's physical. Okay, data center servers are physical, because without physical part, you can't have virtual machine. It's exactly like you have a soul but without your body. Probably you can, but nobody knows. Okay, and of course you can have a body without a soul. It's that body. Do nothing. The same here. If you have a virtual machine and don't put nothing on that virtual machine, or you have a physical machine and don't put nothing on that physical machine, you don't have nothing. You just have a machine, press a button and say, "Woohoo! I have all that there. Woo! Brilliant! It's blinking. Bing, 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 bing. Good." And that's all. So you need to do something with that machine. Good. Exist based on all these virtual machines in cloud. They start to build types of things like IaaS, infrastructure as a service. In cloud, infrastructure as a service means just some basic machines like physical machines, and you need to create virtual machines and everything on that by your company. Exist other type of things in cloud like PaaS. PaaS means platform as a service, meaning the cloud provider can do for you very easy, very easy, the virtual machines, type of virtual machine what you want. So basically you have the platform already created and you just install what you want there, put your applications, and that's it. Or software as a service. This is just three general types of infrastructure in cloud. Okay, software as a service have everything there. Basically you use the entire thing as a service. That's in cloud. You use service from the cloud. Okay. Now, because we are in this part of the life, to say like that, in technical part, we need to learn about virtual machines. So, how can I do a virtual machine? How can I manage a virtual machine? It's easy. Today I will try to explain you all this in using couple of software, types of software for virtual machines. First is VirtualBox. It's good to use it. VirtualBox, Oracle VM VirtualBox, or Hyper-V Manager. You will see the difference, and we will talk also about this. Okay. In cloud, basically you have a dashboard on what you have there on your screen. It's a dashboard, and you can create virtual machines directly from that dashboard. Okay. It's equivalent of what I do here on desktop on my local computer, and I will manage locally. There you manage in the cloud, there into a data center, on the server, somewhere there in internet. Okay, good. Now let's start to have VirtualBox. After you install VirtualBox, it's easy to install. Just click, next, done, finish, done. It's easy. It's like any kind of software. That's why I said it's a software. You know, this is your dashboard, and you have some buttons here. Preferences, okay, to make the preferences for this software who manage your virtual machines. Okay, and cloud can be much complex, like Kubernetes or something else, okay, to manage a lot of virtual machines and so on. It's much complex. Okay. You can create a new virtual machine, export performance, what is there, the settings of the virtual machine, add something, and so on. Let's create a virtual machine. First, we need to know the name of virtual machine, type, what do we want, Windows, Linux, Solaris, and so on, operating systems in general, you know, and what version of that operating system we will use. Let's say now we will use Linux test. Okay, as a title, I will let machine folder, where is exactly, I don't care for the moment. Automatically it's Linux, can you see, detected it's Linux, and can be on Ubuntu, because it's a lot of types of Linux here. You can see Linux, Debian, Ubuntu, Xandros, and so on. So we'll be on Ubuntu, and please try to see what kind of kit, what kind of package of operating system you have already downloaded. If it's 64 bits or it's 32 bits type of operating system. We will discuss also about operating systems in other video tutorial. Okay, so basically we have here something like what? We have here something like operating systems. Good, but till then we need first to create the virtual machine. Next step is memory size. How much memory do you want to put there to have available for your virtual machine, for your computer? You must have in your mind RAM, random access memory. How much memory do you want to have? How fast you want your virtual machine to be? You must be aware to know how much memory you have on your physical machine, because if you have on your physical machine just 4 gigabytes, you can't put here 4 gigabytes, because also the physical machine must run. Okay, so in my case I have a physical machine here, a PC with 16 gigabytes of memory, so I can use 2 gigabytes of memory. 1 gigabyte of memory is default, and let's say 2048. Okay, like this, and so on. Okay, let's go. Here you can see the machine will not let you to use more than this. If it's green, you can use still here. Basically, probably in my case 10 gigabytes. So 4 gigabytes remain for operating system on the machine, physical machine, and what is necessary to manage what is on physical machine. So I will use again 248 like this. Okay, so around 2 gigabytes of memory. Now the next step is to create a hard disk, hard drive. The name remain hard disk, but actually it's not so hard. This disk is not physical at all. It's just a virtual disk. Okay, so basically this manage part, I mean this virtual box, took some space from your physical hard drive and will dedicate that space for your virtual hard disk from your virtual machine. Okay, so let's create one now and say I want type, what kind of type of virtual hard drive you need to have. Virtual box type, virtual hard disk type, or virtual machine disk type. This is general. This in general is also used, can be used in a lot of software who manage this kind of virtual machines, and this is dedicated for virtual box. Okay, after that, next step is to storage, to put, if I want to put physical, I will put just 10 giga of memory part available for 10 gig of storage, you know, available for your virtual hard drive. And that's it. If it's dynamically, automatically the storage can be expanded automatically by VirtualBox. So basically, automatically will be scaled by the VirtualBox. So basically, your virtual machine will be scaled automatically. In this case, in storage, if the platform detect, oh, I don't have enough space, so do it a little bit bigger. Okay, good. You can't do that in physical machine. I mean, you can't take your hard drive and say be a little bit bigger. You can't. You need to put another hard drive. Okay. Also here, be aware, please, where you want to attach, what you want to attach. In my case, I will attach probably here in virtual disks, and I will put here in virtual disk, and 10 giga of storage is allocated, is added for this virtual machine. Okay, beautiful. Let's create another thing. Basically, let's create the operating system. Let's implement, let's install the operating system. But till then, you need to see what you have on your virtual machine. What you have in general, you have something like a basics things with a title and what type of operating system. You can choose, you can change if you want. Also now, advanced level, where is exactly some description. This is a test, and that's it. If you want encryption or not for this, for security reasons. Okay. System. You have a motherboard here with everything. You can choose if you want to have a floppy disk or not. It will be emulated as a floppy disk. In my case, I don't need. Optical disk, hard drive. Hard disk is already created, you know. In the last, we can put network to use network. Let's put network also. Chipset or what is here enable and so on. Processor here in default mode. The platform allocate for us a processor, a CPU with just one core. Okay, Good. Let's put a processor with 2 cores. Can you see? 2 cores now. So 2 CPUs, basically virtual CPUs here. Acceleration mode and so on. So basically we can have also this part with CPU, one CPU part, okay. So we have one CPU, we have execution gap on that and everything what is necessary for details. And acceleration, if you want acceleration. Display, wow, we have just 16 megabytes of video. You know, when you have a video, a graphic card implemented in your computer, perfect. Here it's virtual, it's software. So let's put 64. I will put directly here 64. It's easy for me. 64 and done. If you want more details, fine by me. You have here also storage, you know, here empty. You can add your operating system image. The name of extension of operating system image is ISO, image of system operation. I mean operating system. Okay. I will put Ubuntu desktop 64 and done is here. Okay. Audio is working, network is working, serial port, if I want I can put it and it can work, but serial port must be also physical somewhere, because you can't, or other kind of like USB or stuff. You need to have it at the end, the port physical, because in other case you will have here the access in your virtual machine, but if you don't have the physical port, you can't have access at the end, you know. So this is in general. Now we have the machine. Let's start the machine and see what's happened, what's going on. We have now a virtual machine with 2 CPUs, 2 gig of memory, I think it's 2 gig of memory, and of course, look here, this is it. And now it's starting, okay, the machine. What we have here, we have the machine, we have the view, we have everything we need here. Basically, if you check here at the view, what we have to adjust the screen, okay, to record, if we need to record something, to take screenshot, if we need to take a screenshot of something, session information, and basically we have here a session information with how much CPU it's used now, from 2 cores, just around 60% top, okay. How much network is used, how much disk is used, hard drive, you know, is used. I mean, how fast write on the drive or don't write on the drive, or what's going on. Exactly like you see equivalent of this, you know, when you check task manager with everything there and you check performance, exactly this. When you check performance, is this, okay? So we have all this. You can see we have also Linux who started already to be installed. So basically we have already a machine created, and a virtual machine, sorry, created, and also an operating system who start to run, who start to be installed on that specified virtual machine. If you can see this, I have a Windows, and on my Windows I have a Linux. Wow, I have 2 operating systems working now on my physical machine, but I have just one virtual machine. This, I can create another virtual machine if I want, you know. Here I can create another virtual machine, and I will have 2 virtual machines, 3 virtual machines, and maximum how much your physical machine can support, you know. Can't be more than your physical machine have as a performance, can't be more than this, because you don't have from where to take resources for your virtual machines. Okay, so this is in general, ladies and gentlemen, this is in general the part for for create and manage a virtual machine. To manage is very easy. You saw, just click like settings. You basically change the resources for a virtual machine. It's not necessary to open the case and put hard components, electronic components there. Just have something like a software, have a virtual machine, and you can use it. Please don't be confused between this kind of virtual machine and Workspace, for example, or other kind of virtual machines on cloud. This at the end, if is located into a data center, this virtual machine, if it's located into a data center and will be accessed remotely from distance using the internet, over the internet. In this case, we can be like a workspace. That's a workspace. Some companies have some computers when you go to the office, or you can now, because when I record all this is pandemic period, so basically you can be home and access something like a virtual machine somewhere in the cloud, prepared already, like this, prepared for you already, and you can access it and can use it, and you can have all what you want there for you to use it remotely. So you can have your office, virtual office in your computer, on your computer, and it's not necessary to change nothing on your personal computer to have also part of your office part. Just access it like this. Ladies and gentlemen, I think was beautiful to explain all this to you. Was my pleasure to explain all this to you. I think you understand. In time, you will understand what's going on with these virtual machines. Don't forget, virtual machines is just some software who emulate some resources from a physical machine. On a physical machine with a great power of processing, you can have multiple virtual machines. Don't forget, a virtual machine can have operating systems and everything you want on that virtual machine. And if it's in cloud, you can have IaaS, PaaS, or software as a service. I mean, IaaS is infrastructure as a service, just having from the provider just physical infrastructure, physical machine, and you must create these virtual machines for you. Platform as a service already is managed by your cloud provider, also the virtual machines and everything, so you must install your software, operating systems, what you want more. And software as a service is already done everything, and you just use it like a workspace. Okay, that's all what I want to say to you today. See you next time. Till then, bye bye.